work well with. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back day yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh, front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back day yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh. Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out. I can show you that ultra ground move, riding in the Europe, I use tighten up, you'll lose. I approve, I bet, I step and approve. Straight ultra ground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money wife. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs trying to be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt up when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They get 22 on that one, and the Falcons will have a first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Let's go. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Play action. Here's Penix. Got a man. It's Drake London. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Penix working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Pass it down close. Touchdown, Atlanta. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a first and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second and 8. Into the hands of Conklin. They get 38 out of the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Slot man motioned over. Now it's Young. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. On third down, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Moore going to motion over right. Robinson on the inside give. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 13 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Robinson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Penix here from the gun. The back's got it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Young throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hands off here for Brooks. And he gets him around 6 there. A.J. Terrell making that stop. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They have it 3rd and 10. Young working from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And the Falcons will have plenty of work to do on their next drive.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Gets up the edge to the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. Catch made by Mitchell. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. But without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go. Take go.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Escapes out to the left. He takes it himself. Pickup of 2 here. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, you don't have to be an elite scrambler or the fastest in 40 time to make a play like that. All you need is awareness. See where the marker is and know when it's time to go get it yourself.
He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. He'll get this complete to Pitts. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Penix now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Drake London with the touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons push their lead to 18. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Running once more with Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Again, it's Brooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Panthers looking for a score before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On 1st down, here's Penix. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Brooks has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers make it an 11-point ball game. Right, ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, the football's loose. Panthers pick this one up. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Here we go.
Brooks on the give, headed right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They send a tight end in motion. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Throw on 3rd down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. You got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Oh, and they fake it. Oh, boy, it's intercepted on the fake. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and coverage just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
Let's go now. Ready?
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Go!
To the air with Penix. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Penix now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And the game stays at 11.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
He puts everything behind this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. We'll give to Brooks, running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Play action now, Young. That throw finds Coughlin. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Conklin brings it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and 4 coming up now. On the carry, this is Brooks. He's got the first and more inside the 25. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Going with Brooks on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. This is Brooks heading left. And he tried to find some room outside, but there was nothing there. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
I wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on third and 11. Out of the gun, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up fourth and long. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Roll, go!
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Play action. Here's Penix. He rolls to his right. Connects on the crosser. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. I mean, you appreciate great safety like that.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Stays in the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Carolina in punt formation. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Brooks will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal. So we're through 3 here. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, okay?
And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a one-score ball game. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the...
He loses the football. Panthers pick this one up. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Penix on 1st down. And they finally get to him. He just kept hanging on to that football, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I'm all for standing tall in that pocket, being patient while everything collapses around you. But eventually, you got to have that clock in the back of your head and get rid of the ball. He held on for too long, and that defense got home.
Buying some time left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
3rd and long for him here. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Hand off here for Brooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Brooks. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, here comes Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
They'll come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Brooks. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie us up 28-all. Right, ready to send this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying with Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd down give to Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons pushing to get within range for a game winner. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go, shot.
He'll throw it. Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Let's go now.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Again, this is Mitchell. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That one gains 7. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Running it after the penalty. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Grab some cloth and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
On the jump.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Cowboy 80.
Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Mitchell. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And it's picked off, but, oh, yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. To throw. Gets this to Sanders. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
19 tight. Let's go. Come 19 right. Hey, check that.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance team to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Falcons earn the win in this one.